Hello guys. Thank you so much for today. Today's edition is regarding to the African colonization. Africa is one of the continents that make up the world. So now colonization in Africa. What do you understand by the term colonization? So colonization is when a weaker country is under the total control of a strong foreign country. So our idea of colonization, so during the years of 1884, the Berlin Conference gathered with the aim of sharing Africa. Some of the countries attended that conference include England, France, Portugal, Germany, Spain, and so on. So now we are going to talk about the type of colonization. So colonization, we have a colony, protectorate, mandate, and others. But today we are going to talk about colony. Colony is a type of colonization in which a weaker country is under the total control of a strong foreign country with aim of interest. Yes, the causes of colonization in Africa. So the European country wanted new area to carry out trade. So due to the Industrial Revolution, made them to sit and see what they can do. And they saw that they need to go to Africa to see the new area, the new people where to sell their product. So they came in Africa for the reason of getting minerals for industries. That is one. The other reason is that they made them to come. They wanted the market for their product because their industry have been produced a large amount of product and they need also the market for their product. In addition to that, the European also came in Africa because they wanted a new area for settlement. They wanted where there's a good land, a good soil to carry out agriculture and settle in that area. So these Europeans also they need the new area for them to settle. And also Industrial Revolution also made them to find out the area where they can get the minerals for their industries. So also they wanted to undermine African culture. Also they need to introduce the European culture in Africa. So here the Europe they came in Africa not for the purpose of a mass, not for the purpose of hand giving. So they wanted workers because they took by force the African people to their countries for working for them for free. They wanted free employees. So now these European, they are not good people. You European, I tell you, you are not good. So you came in Africa to colonize our countries, to colonize our people. The slave trade is one of the key that brought you in Africa. You wanted the workers, not the love. Also, these people, due to the industrial revolution, there's a creation of different and many industries in Europe. Due to that, during that period, they wanted minerals for their industries. So they came in Africa not for the sake of love, not love Africa. They don't love Africa. You European, you France, you England, you German, you Spain, you don't love the Africa. You came in Africa with the aim of taking the economy of African to your countries. You came in Africa, even if today the war in Congo, it is resulting from you people. You came in Africa because you need the minerals, the African minerals for your industry to build your economy. In addition to that, these European people, they introduced the formal education for sure, I know, but it is not the sake of the love of Africa. You don't love Africa. So they came in Africa to undermine their culture, and they wanted to introduce their culture. European came in Africa because they wanted to introduce their culture in Africa. Those culture include education. We had in Africa, there was informal education. There was traditional education, whereby education was family-based education. During the colonization period, they undermined African countries' culture, and also they wanted to introduce their culture, bringing this such kind of education, teaching people how to read and write, and also they introduced their languages. We are speaking this language, English, because of these people, because they wanted to introduce their cultures, including language. Remember that language is one of the key culture. So they came in Africa with them the aim of undermining African culture, African languages to be abolished, and need to introduce their languages. So French are spoken, for example, in Congo, in Central Africa, they speak French. Uganda, they speak English. So they introduced their languages. So they also wanted the horns of elephant. So the African zoo was totally destroyed. Finding the elephant in Africa was a tug of war, because these Europeans, they killed those kind of animals, elephants, because they were in need of the horns. So this task of needing the horns of this kind of animals made them to disappear. By that period of time, they took the ivory, that is the horns of elephants, to their countries to make the jewelry, bracelet. So for this issue was not the love of Africa. So European also came in Africa to find the new area to carry out trade, to take the African minerals to their industries. The rise of industries in Europe made them to come in Africa with the aim of spreading Christianity, finding workers, land for settlement, minerals for their industries, and also there are different strategies that these people have been using. They sent 4 groups of people, explorers, to find a good area for them to settle. After explorers, they send another group of missionaries to lie us, to tell us to love them as we love ourselves, in good image. They also send the group of traders, because they have been collecting the people where they will send their product. Then after that, they send the administrators, colonialists, to take the rule, to take the management of all people in Africa. So in short, colonization is not good. However much there is a good effect of colonization and also bad effect. They bring ethnics and divisionism among the population of Africa. So also the religious African war, the religious war was resulting from the colonialists. So in short, colonization in Africa came in 1884 as the result of finding the properties of Africa to